CBS News political director and Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is in Des Moines, Iowa. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Charlie.
So let's see where we go from here. What did Trump lose? What did Cruz gain? And what does Mario have to do? And Marco.
Okay, well, Cruz showed that you can win it the old-fashioned way. Remember how many rules Donald Trump broke in this election season? Well, one that did not break is that if you go into Iowa and organize like crazy and also pitch to the voters who vote here in Republican politics, those very conservative voters, evangelical voters, if you do that homework, then you will prevail, and that's what happened with Trump. Excuse me, what happened with Cruz. What happened with Trump is that he still turned out a record number of voters for him, those first-time voters, people who want somebody who's tough, who can deal with immigration. So he didn't, it wasn't a total disaster for him, although as a guy who's running as a winner, he obviously didn't win. Marco Rubio is now in the top tier, and he's going to receive a lot of love from those others who were hoping to be the mainstream alternative in New Hampshire.
And just to clarify on that, John, too, Marco Rubio nearly beat Donald Trump. He almost came in third, and they walk out of Iowa with the same amount of delegates, right?
Yes, although delegates isn't at the moment the big thing for Rubio. It's the fact that he did so well, and he can basically now say, look, all of those mainstream candidates have been trying to say, I should be the one everybody should coalesce around. And they've been trying to find some fact that argues for that. Well, now Marco Rubio has the best fact. The voters have validated his argument. And so now he is the alternative. And Bush, Kasich, and Christie are going to have to come up with something to explain why all those voters in Iowa were wrong.
It's not often that a third-place win is considered a big win, but that was certainly the case for Marco Rubio last night. But let's talk about Donald Trump. He told you on Sunday that he does have a lot of humility, and people seem to think that we saw some of that last night. So what does a second-place win for him mean now?
Yes, nothing will deliver humility faster than a loss. I think that what it means for him is he has to come back and come back strong in New Hampshire. And this will be a test to see if those voters remember how durable they were. He would do all kinds of things people thought would hurt him, and it hasn't hurt him so far among a certain group of voters, his voters. Well, how durable is that to an actual loss? And that's what we'll see over the next week. And then we're going to have to see who goes after whom here in what is going to be a massive circular firing squad.
What does it say about the voters and the mood in 2016, John? Some are saying that the conservatives are saying, you know, this is an anti-government vote on the part of conservatives. And on the part of Democrats, it's an anti-1%, anti-Wall Street vote.
I think that's true, certainly on the Democratic side. Both Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton made that pitch. In Iowa, Sanders won more of the voters who were concerned about economic inequality, but that's exactly the same pitch as Hillary Clinton is making. On the Republican side, it's a little more muddy. 56% of the vote went to sitting senators. So for an outsider year, those insiders are doing pretty well. Now, of course, Ted Cruz wouldn't dare ever be called an insider. But what's going to be interesting is if Cruz's theory is right, which is that this is an ideological race. When you get into these later contests, it won't be as filled with ideological voters as it was in Iowa. Who are the voters who are more pragmatic going to go after? When you look at that group in Iowa, those who want to win in November, they went for Marco Rubio.
And for Hillary Clinton on the Democratic side, right?
That's right. Those who wanted to be inspired went for Sanders. Those who wanted to win went to Hillary Clinton.
Thanks, John.